God orders Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. It came to pass after these things, that God tested Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham. And he answered, Here I am. And he said, Take now your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains that I will tell you about. And Abraham rose early in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and took with him 2 of his servants, and Isaac his son, and he cut wood for the burnt offering, and arose, and went to the place of which God told him. On the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place far away. Then Abraham said to his servants, Wait here with the donkey, and I and the boy will go there and worship, and we will return to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it on Isaac his son, and he took the fire and the knife in his hand, and they both went together. Then Isaac spoke to Abraham his father, and said, My father. And he answered, Here am I, my son. And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? And Abraham said, God will provide a lamb for a burnt offering, my son. And they went together. And when they came to the place of which God had told him, Abraham built an altar there, and laid out the wood, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar on the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to cut his son's throat. Then the angel of the Lord cried to him from heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he answered, Here I am. And he said, Do not lay your hand on the boy, nor do anything to him, because I already know that you fear God, because you did not refuse me your son, your only one. Then Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by its horns, and Abraham went and took the ram, and offered it as a burnt offering in the place of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place, The Lord will provide. Therefore it is said today, In the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven, and said, By myself I have sworn, saith the Lord, that because thou hast done this, and hast not withheld thy son from me, thy only son, I will surely bless you, and I will multiply your descendants like the stars of heaven and like the sand that is on the seashore, and your descendants will possess the gates of their enemies. In your seed all the nations of the earth will be blessed, because you obeyed my voice. And Abraham returned to his servants, and they arose and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt in Beersheba. It came to pass after these things that it was reported to Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah also has borne children to Nahor your brother. Uzi his firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazo, Pildas, Jidlaph and Bethuel. And Bethuel was the father of Rebekah. These are the 8 children that Milcah, of Abraham's brother Nahor, bore. And his concubine, whose name was Reumah, also gave birth to Theba, Gaham, Tahash, and Maacah.